Hare Krishna, everyone. I'd just like to hand the mic over to His Holiness Indradyumna Swami, who is the creator, vision finder of the Sacred Sound Retreat in Australia. So can we please have a big, loud round of applause and Haribol for His Holiness Indradyumna Swami.
A big thank you to Advaita for filling in for us because we're a little late, because we were eating birthday cake. It was intoxicating. So we're back here again, and this is the third annual Sacred Sounds Festival. Sorry about the weather, but it could be worse. It could be a huge downpour, and it could be a flood. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I think this is nice. It's quite cool, so we can dance and chant for hours. And again, this festival is about sacred sound. I've many times described how that sound, that transcendental sound, is not something of this world. Like you can always trace out, classical music, you can trace out, rock and roll, you can trace out hip hop, you can trace them to their origins. But the origin of the music and the melodies even, and the songs that we sing, you won't find their origin in the material creation. It goes far, far, far beyond to the spiritual sky, from whence we have come. And by chanting the different songs, particularly the Maha Mantra, that will purify us and give us the adhikari to go back there. Just like to come to your country, I needed a visa. And because I come so often, they asked me to come in and they asked me some questions and so forth and so on. And then they gave me the visa. So to get back to Parastasmatu Bhavanyo Vyukto Vyuktat Shanatana, that Shanata, that eternal world where life is full of bliss and knowledge and all our desires are fulfilled, it's that you just can't get there by spacecraft, let's put it like that. Actually, one time Ravana was a great tyrant, a great demoniac ruler who lived many millenniums ago in India. He was so foolish that he thought he could build a staircase to heaven. He had a big ladder going there, but one can't get there by any mechanical means. They have to have the visa. And what is the visa? Premanjani Chirati Bhakti Vilochanena. The visa is that when the heart is saturated with prema, the heart is saturated with love, because in the spiritual sky, that's the central theme. That's the mood there, the mood of love. And love means between two personalities or two groups. So the supreme lovable object or person is Sri Krishna, and all his devotees are loving him in different rasas, different ways. You can love God as a servant, you can exchange, you can be his friend. He'll allow you that intimate relationship. He'll be your best friend. He'll even become your child, because it's a very sweet relationship, the relationship between mother and child, or father and child. And you can become his lover also. Nothing mundane, all transcendental love, but that's the goal, to go home and engage in eternal loving pastimes. So practice makes perfect, and we come together to chant Hare Krishna, which is the process for purification and developing divine love. And the more we chant, the closer we come to the goal. And you can feel it. You can actually feel yourself making spiritual progress. It's not something, a little, you can't put your finger on it, it's a question, you can't, no. In Krishna consciousness, you can feel yourself becoming released from the bondage of material existence, and you can feel yourself actually making progress back to the spiritual world. And the first symptom is you become joyful. So that's what we hope, that during the next few days, everyone will be joyful, and they'll sing and they'll dance and they'll become purified, and we'll come a little bit closer to the goal. Basically, it's one song. it's not like a band, you have like 5 or 6 songs, another band 7 songs. So all you really need is one song because it will give you that supreme perfection. And the nature of the mantra is that you never get tired chanting it. This is something that, if people just have some questions about our path, how is it they keep chanting Hare Krishna for 50 years? But because it's a transcendental sound vibration, it satisfies the heart and it becomes fresher and fresher and fresher and fresher. So we hope that at the end of 4 days, you'll be refreshed, you'll be cleansed, you'll be purified. Tears will flow from your eyes like torrents of rain in ecstatic love for Sri Krishna. We have some of our best Kirtaneers in ISKCON. It's a short list. It's not the kind of Kirtan Mela where everybody gets a shot at it. It's not like that we reserve this for the top bands in ISKCON. Just because we need that, just like when people go to a concert, they don't go to concerts where everybody gets a shot, they go to see their favorite band. So we have our singers who are our favorites because they chant very purely. They're good singers and their melodies are wonderful. So, please stick with us. This is where you should be. You're at the right place at the right time doing the right thing. Stay with us as much as possible. The festival program begins 7:30 in the morning. We have a lecture by one of our special guests, His Holiness Bhakti Bringa Govinda Maharaj. He's going to be speaking on the Brihat Bhagavatamritam, which is about Vrindavan, the playground of God, that place where Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago and enjoyed his transcendental pastimes. He'll be speaking for 3 days, a seminar. That begins at 7:30 in the morning. Everyone's welcome. And at 10 o'clock, from 10 to 2, it's just kirtan, 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 dancing, dancing, dancing. We say in French, l'extase. And then we have a little break, and then we come back again from 4 till 8. So that will be the schedule. And I was supposed to start at 4, but it was the birthday cake. I'm still kind of like trying to figure out what to say. But so did I say anything right? So I'm going to chant now, and I'll just take up my last 15 or 20 minutes. Then my favorite kirtan leader of all time, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever, is Sriman Bharahari Das Adhikari, standing right over there. Give him a big round of applause. He's my teacher, he's my friend, he's my inspiration, and I drag him along. He's my traveling companion. We've been together for 5 or 6 years now, traveling around the world to my benefit. And just after this festival, we're going to Siberia. So we're enjoying this wonderful warm weather and sun here. So anyway, thank you. Please spread the word. This is where we should be. It shouldn't be that it's like a social event where you kind of walk around, you talk to your friends, you go here, you buy this, you go. No, everyone should be here. This festival's been organized for over a year now. We're here to facilitate you, we're here to serve you, we're here to give you a taste, Namruchi for the holy name. So be careful not to just, social. Of course you can socialize a little bit, but don't wander around and be here now throughout the entire event. And you will definitely feel this, the wonderful world of Hare Krishna. So I'm going to start. I've got my drummer from Ecuador, Srinam Vanamali. Please give him a big round of applause. I've got Premananda Kirtan, all the way from Afrique du Sud, South Africa, Cape Town. If you have any water, you can give him some water, because there's no water in Cape Town. And this is the reincarnation, I was telling you last night, the reincarnation of John Coltrane. Seriously. This is Bhakti Ethan, and he's got the coolest Sika in ISKCON. Right? We've got the little bat here, and I told him, never, ever shave your head. But he's a chanter, he's got japa beads, he reads Bhagavatam, he's a devotee of the Lord, but Krishna says in the Gita that he's the ability in man. So real yoga means that don't necessarily renounce, but whatever gift God has given you, you use that in His service. Like if you're a good cook, you make a birthday cake. And if you're a horse trainer, you train horses, but the whole time you're in the spirit of doing it for Krishna, which is our natural constitutional position. So this boy, I met his mom, and I don't know, she told me that when he was born, he came out with a saxophone. That's what she said. So we'll do a few solos, and you'll hear him. He's really good. And actually, Premananda, he's a pianist. He's a concert pianist. He's quite famous in South Africa. But because he's traveling with me, he's a brahmachari, and we can't travel with a grand piano. He picked up a trumpet and he started playing it in 3 days. So he's a prodigy child. And this young man's my bodyguard, so watch out. No, seriously. He's my bodyguard. How old are you? He's 9. Look at those muscles. Give him a round of applause. He doesn't even smile. That's how serious. He's been lifting weights for 9 months just so he could be here and protect me from, I'm not exactly sure what. All right, so let's not take any more time. Please repeat after me. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.